Okay, it is Friday, January 10th, and I want to start out with like 6 screenshots here. Yes, they're black and white. See that fire damage? Now, this is fire. The first, I don't know, more than half of these are between the Chicago fires and the Seattle fires back in the 1800s. Look at that devastation. Oh my God. There's some National Guard. Way back then, were they crying about takeover of the government? I don't think so. Anyway, there's a point here. So anyway, where's all those DEW weapons? I'm the only one I know of that when the channel started preaching all that bullshit about the DEW fires in one of them California fires, maybe they did it for 2. And like I said, somebody CGI'd the image of these blue beams coming down. I think one might have been yellow. Fucking bullshit. I mean, again, how we look at the footage from these fires, look at those buildings there, but look at the fires from nowadays, these devastating fires. If you're gonna do a DEW beam to do that, how are you skipping houses? Are they pretending they have the Starship Enterprise or satellite up there putting force fields around protecting certain houses? Like fucking fucktard Biden came out one time and said, see how these buildings with the red roofs are still standing and our truthers fell all over it. Oh my God, look, even the government is admitting they're not burning down houses with they're fucking red tile roofs, and the fucking house got lucky regardless. But let's move on. Oh, another thing about the fires, they're tossing up between ran out of water pressure or ran out of water. Doing the best I can Google, LA and LA County has not run out of water. When you got that many fire trucks and pumpers sucking fucking water, can you lose water pressure and not have water? Yes, you can. And I'm going to address this shit of the mayor, I believe, short funding the fire department, but I want to show screenshots on that. So let's pause here. Next off, I want to show a clip that's 1 minute and 23 seconds. It's a video that Richie from Boston thought he had deleted. Okay.
It all started when this Iraqi dictator, Saddam Hussein, was killed by a pack of wild boars. I remember when I first met him in hell. It was a lovely morning in April. And now I'm receiving a message directly from God. God is telling me that each and every one of you is to walk up to the stage and give me $1. So I want everyone to feel the love of God by coming up here and putting $1 in the box. Come on, don't be shy.
That's Richie from Boston's $50,000 GoFundMe box. Plus all the money's collected over the last 10 plus years, but let's roll on.
Oh, no. Dude, that seems kind of weird. Yeah, I don't remember him saying anything about this. Yes. It worked, you guys. It actually worked. What worked? Everybody bought the whole act. They keep giving and giving until we have it all. What? You're keeping that money yourself?
Hear that? Everybody bought the whole act. Christian people are the easiest crowd to pull the bullshit over their eyes. But let's move. I had to throw that in there because it's true, but let's move on. Okay, I got this comment in my last video. Vax Daddy, I believe that's Trump. I had to go watch some Candy's videos. I believe it's a she. But anyway, so I clicked on that, and that is supposedly part of I had to Google that. It's, well, she told me, it's part of a new world, the new North American Union map. But let's pause here. I'm going to show some clip from Richie's latest video where he shows that map, and he said he got it from Dabu. But anyway, Richie also brings this up, but he mashes it with CERN and some other shit with the Vatican. Trump saying all hell's going to break loose if Hamas doesn't release the hostages. I brought this up several months ago. I guarantee you, all those hostages are not alive. That's why they're not releasing them. Trump is more pro-Israel than the Biden-Harris side of this agenda. They want no peace over there. And this is all about, continuing to bomb shit all over the Middle East, not just the Palestines, but let's go on. Okay, oops, where's the title? Oh, I thought I had a title in here. Oh, that 10 kingdoms. Oh, hang on, let me get the right one here. Yeah. The 10 Kingdoms of Rome is that map I just showed, and I'll show another picture of it. That's the 10 Kingdoms of Rome. That goes all the way back into Daniel 7, and I'm also assuming the book of Revelation, where Christians think that stuff's literal and not psychological and mental and, but blah, blah, blah. So let's pause here. And here it is if you just want to see real quick. God's gonna tear shit around, tear shit down, rebuild shit. Beasts are gonna come out. You know all that crap that people, again, Christians think is literal, not because again, as the Bible says, it's all parable and allegory. But you can't get a Christian to understand that. And apparently, they're really high on the European Union. So apparently, the European Union is high in the Rome agenda here. This is the kind of stuff they want, you know, green energy, we're all peace, love. This is not bad ideas. It's just obviously the way they go about it and the way they do it with the pawns and all that. But, you know, we all get it. There's good and bad and all this shit. I guarantee you, most of the people involved in stuff like that, just most of the people that vote for lighter, you know, Republican, Democrat, you know, they don't realize the bad shit they're going to get out of it and all that shit. They want, you know, government peace, human, you know, all the good shit, but it's the way you go about getting it. But let's pause here. I got to throw this in here. I'm going to start show a little bit of this North American Union crap. This is January 23. This is Biden, the president of Mexico, and who else was in on this? Prime Minister? Oh, Trudeau. This ain't gonna happen, obviously, because this doesn't Trump fit with the Trump, you know, make America great again and hate on everybody. You know, they're switching up the hate underneath the Trump agenda. Anyway, underneath this one, which ain't gonna fly with the Trumpy side of the New World Order: diversity, equity, and inclusion. Racial justice, all the LGBT plus stuff, in partnership with the indigenous people, which so obviously none of this is going to happen underneath this new agenda, but let's pause here. Plus that DNA includes climate change and environment with Trump, like I said, and like he said, they want to get rid of those two words from any government document whatsoever. Now, the North American Union, they were trying to push some time ago. I forgot. I don't lie. When I forget about something, I admit it. Anyway, this is different from that other map that Candy showed, because this is Canada, Mexico, and the United States, not Greenland or any other place. But of course, they can always include that shit and not tell us, and change their plans and not tell us. But I look at that 10-thing map around the world like I looked at. Remember all our channels fear-porned us with the 10 different regions of FEMA here in the U.S., and that didn't come out to anything and never will. But let's pause here, because this involves the Euro dollar. The Euro dollar currently does not exist. I Googled every way from Sunday. If they're hiding them stacks of money in a bank, who knows? Anyway, it doesn't exist. Could they? Remember, I've said over and over, we will never switch to a data. We'll never lose a dollar. You're not going to lose paper currency. That'll never go away. We're not going to go to switch to gold and silver coins. We're not going to go to a chip or just even a debit credit card with cash gone. Never happened. Too fucking hard. A Euro dollar, another paper dollar, would be easier, because when you go shopping somewhere, they'd have to send all these stacks of new Euro dollars to banks and King Soopers and Safeway and gas stations, so you could switch up. It ain't gonna happen. But that's why it hasn't happened. But let's pause here. Oh, here's that map I got from Candy and Richie from Boston showed. Again, that's not going to happen. Because for starters, if that did, it would have to include, of course, they could change plans at any time. But I guarantee you, with what's going on underneath the agenda, under Trump, again, two factioning parties of the New World Order, they're not going to go down there and take all of fucking South America. That ain't going to happen. You can't get too spread out to defend yourself, as the climate change keeps going, meaning the geoengineering. But let's pause here. Real quick, I just saw this on the news, so I Googled it. Supreme Court seems likely to uphold the TikTok ban. And again, they challenged it, saying advice, forget what users say, they just want to buy out ByteDance. That's all it is. ByteDance, go Google it. I've showed it before. BlackRock's in there, the State Street Group, this huge American, white people run company that aren't Chinese called the Gangyuan Group or some horse shit. This is just a takeover, because they are fucking, it's a huge tech company. That's what it is. They're competing with fucking YouTube and Google and everything else. And they just can't have that here. So let's pause. Okay, we've been hearing this ever since before and after Trump got convicted. We have a convicted felon that's now was a president. Forget the fact that he even was a president. You read that Constitution. The only thing you got to do to run for president, become president, is to be born in this country and spend like 14 years in a row in the country before you can run. Okay, Trump's a convicted felon. They're white collar crimes. Okay, how many of these people would be okay with it if he outright murdered somebody over jealousy? I mean, not self-defense, jealousy, did a robbery. What if it was rape? What if it was child molestation, killing a child? Then how would people feel about it? Then you get what I'm saying, but let's move on here. I have nothing problem with somebody being president if you've been a convicted felon, but let's pause here. I'm going to do this now, so I don't have to look for it again when I show some of Richie from Boston. But he's going to talk about a quark, which is brought up by CERN in one of their recent articles, because the article says CERN created magic, which is called a quark. If you read the article, they don't want you. Social media doesn't want you to read the article when they're fair pointing you. There's what a quark is. It's an indivisible particle. Blah blah blah. It's something that's there. They're just saying magic. I mean, the way these fear point, I mean, it's just amazing, especially, I get it, but I don't get it. How so many people can and believe these fucking people, spread it to others, and the immense amount of money they make off their channels. But anyway, that's what a quark is. That's what magic is, according to CERN. Oh, I'm going to hit this while I'm passing it. This just came out yesterday, I think. Supreme Court got rid of that Biden's Title X, that's a good thing for, sports and schools, and probably going to include all sorts of other shit, but thank God that's gone. I mean, if you're out of, again, I'm not just saying it's your right. I'm all for you if you want to be gay, bi, LG, non-binary, whatever. But you can't share bathrooms, you can't share sports, and keep your fucking kids out of drugs and transgender surgeries. And let's move on. Okay, I want to address this because they're blaming the homeless for getting some money. Okay, so 23 to 24 fiscal year, the LA fire budget went down from $837 million. Budget. Blah blah blah. Let me skip that. Where's it at? I can't do math. I'm not even gonna try. Where's the one I wanted? Hang on, I'm doing these wrong. There's the one I wanted. It went down from 23, 24, 24, 25, went down 17 million from 837 to 819. While, where's it at? Let me pause here. Go back to this one. While 1.3 billion went to the homeless, so they want people to hate on the homeless in favor of fighting fires. Okay, they went down 17 million. Usually a budget, as long as you spend your money with anything else, state and government and all that shit goes up as long as you spend your money. Right. But even if they just had that 17 million back, would they have spent it on the shit that would have stopped this fire? And again, I'm going to say I can guarantee it, they did not run out of water. They ran out of water pressure. But anyway, and I'm going to say this again, Ivan Brothers, because those that know me know I spent 4 years homeless in Denver before I came out here, April of last year. With my sister brought me out here. And they are so undeserving of most of this money, because in the two areas I was in, well, 3 different areas I was in Denver, they're astonishingly use and abuse the system, don't give a flying fuck. They get shit for free and throw it away. They repeatedly go through the free cell phones. They sell them to people, or they just fucking leave them somewhere. They don't give a shit. And like I said over and over, I've got pictures on my videos. I still got pictures in my phone. Got videos on videos on my YouTube channel. When I was taking sneaky shit being around. It's just they're astonishingly fucking pathetic. But the 1.3 billion of the homeless is, I'm not, if I stumble across it, I'll show it. But, of course, LA was one of the top ones, spent like, I don't know, 50 billion or some fucking horseshit on illegals. How come they're not crying about that money, yet they're crying about the money that went to the homeless? I'm giving you a fucking break. Pause here. Oh, before I get into some Richie from Boston's clips, this is his latest one. I haven't watched. I'm not gonna. Fires rage and come from Area 51, not arsonists. So give me a fucking. He's got a. Somebody gave him an idea to do a video on Area 51, probably because nobody has in a while. But let's pause. Okay, let's resume here with Richie from Boston. The hell has been released in real time, not fake time, real time. Anyway. Okay, let's start out with an outright lie, and I'll explain why it's a lie that Richie from Boston loves to do.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It's the 8th. It's January. outside Los Angeles.
Oh, sorry about
in
that.
California. And I cannot believe how much activity is going on all at one time. Currently, I am right outside Los Angeles in California, and the wind last night was insane. I took my truck down to my buddy's garage this morning.
It's so insane. Here in about 10 seconds, he says he has to get up and check his motel room door. But anyway, he's right outside of L.A. But anytime Richie's anywhere where he can capture some sort of footage or take a picture to fear porn and profit his channel, he's going to do it. Richie's done this a lot. I'm here and I'm there, but he never does video. He never does pictures. Like when he did his first $25,000 GoFundMe, remember he said, I'm off-road, I meet these two white hillbillies, their truck is stuck, I pull them out, I go up the road, and I take off on my electric bike, and I come back, and my gold is silver, and one of my laptops is gone, but nothing else. Richie from Boston would have done a video, he would have done a video op on his GoPro, or he would have had somebody filming it as he rescued these people and pulled them out. Then Richie would have had photo and video of his broken into Toyota, or whatever the fuck he drives. But anyway, you get it. So on and so forth. Let's pause here. I want to show this. He's going to show, this is his clip. A woman is recording herself talking to Alexa. And I'm calling these Alexa responses out as bullshit, but let's see what he has to say here.
Remember this?
What is happening on February 2nd, 2031 in the United States of America?
In February 2031, the United States of America ceases to exist.
Alexa, what is happening February 20th, 2031 in America?
On February 20th, 2031, the United States of America was formally dissolved as a result of a process of unification that took place in the late 2020s.
Alexa, why does America end in 2031?
From Benzinga.com. The North America region includes the U.S. and Canada, where the U.S. is expected to acquire a major share in 2031 due to the increase in the investment by the exoskeleton manufacturing companies in the country.
So I don't have a script here. I've never used a script. I suck at using scripts. It sounds like I'm reading a script.
He repeats his story. He's admitted by script. He said, I go by notes sometimes because I know I can't remember everything I want to talk about. Give me a fucking break. He's technically not going by a script. Richie's a shill. Just like people who put out that lady who put out that, those people are shills. Come on. Over and over, our channels have admitted, because they told us they have social media out there, people out there all over the place, throwing all sorts of disinfo out there to get people to do shit like this, to get people to believe shit like this. Because the number one goal I've seen that's come out of all this is, again, we're the government's secret weapon. We're the New World Order's secret weapon. Because we've all been, every last one of us has been taken out of the fight. Because why? We're all prepping to run and hide and not stop. And that's it. That's the number one thing. That's a big, forget the devil's biggest secret was convincing everybody he didn't exist. The number one problem in this country is we've all been convinced to run and hide. That's all convinced to run and hide. Let's keep going here.
A script when I read a script. I'm going off memory and all the information that I've been taking in. Plus, I've got a couple of notes on Microsoft Word. But exoskeleton companies, do you know what those are? Yeah. They're robots. You see what I mean? They're robots. And I gotta tell you,
there's not gonna be no fucking robots running around. Nothing like Terminator. Nothing even 1/10 of Terminator. We're not gonna be wearing exoskeletons. Give me a fuck. This stuff is just fucking retarded. I'm gonna say to go forget what you see from these agendas, from these scientists and all this shit that claim they're gonna do these different brain implants. When you hear shit like that, go Google what actual researchers have done with the brain and how little of the brain they have mapped. It's just a fucking astonishing difference, the kind of shit that's put out to deceive most of the public. But let's pause here. Oh, I'm still going to the next clip, but before I move on, people got to realize it's so important that whether it's your county, the state, the feds, a company, the military, they have to put out this fear porn that in order to get more funding. That's it. That goes the same thing with these exoskeletons company, people that companies that do how are the RFID chips doing now? The only thing they can put them in is fucking mostly people's pets. or devices if you want to track your car and all that shit. Oh, matter of fact, when Richie did that bull thing about somebody planted that tracking the little poker chip things, I thought about that. You could get one. I'd get one of them to use for your car tracker in case it's stolen, as opposed to, I think it cost like $800 to put a GPS, whatever they call that fancy thing if your car's stolen. But anyway, let's move on. Oh, here's talking about that map I showed. He got it from, I just listened to it first. He got it from Nicholson, not Dabu. But anyway, they all got it from the same place, even whoever Candy got it from. But thank you. I appreciate it. Don't.
Over Greenland. He's going to take over Canada. I just got a text this morning from Nicholson 1968, and he sent me a picture, which is really odd because it's picture. Oddly enough, right here, that I downloaded yesterday. And he sent it to me this morning. You going to open or what are we going to do? It's the 10 Kingdoms. Isn't that strange? Greenland, Canada, Alaska, and then Australia. Part of this kingdom. I don't know. I don't know how any of that works. But guess what? That's what Trump's here to do. And the fact that...
That's what Trump... Why didn't he mention that this is the 10 Kingdoms of the Rome thing? But let's move on. Because he didn't know. He didn't look up shit. He just takes a picture and... he just takes shit and run. But let's go. Oh, because he says something else stupid here.
It's not even president. Comes in. And he doesn't talk about anything of relevance that people should be concerned about. Like how it cost me $120 to put 20 gallons of gas in my truck yesterday. $120.
He's complaining that this is minor, but anyway, he's complaining about why doesn't Trump make a speech on the higher gas prices? Well, he does. Trump's all about drill, baby, drill, right? Trump's underneath Trump, the Environmental Protection Agency, the EPA, that shit's gone. The FDA might be gone too. No, the FDA, they'll keep the FDA, but the EPA and all that shit's gone. Like that dude in the last video I showed that's going to invest in those data centers and them luxury, whatever the fuck he's talking about, which is bullshit, AI, more cloud space. I mean, it'll be that. There's something behind these things. And like I said, watch all these foreign workers that are going to get those jobs. But he's bitching about gas prices, and yet Trump's about drill, baby. We're going to get so much oil, gas will probably be free. Slight exaggeration, but let's move on. Okay, here's Trump talking about all hell on earth if they don't get the hostages, and Trump's RFB's response.
Before I take office, which is now going to be 2 weeks, all hell will break out in the Middle East. Okay?
Thank you, Mr. President.
You've done a great job.
That is very odd. That is very odd terminology for a president, somebody that's polished. Somebody that has teams that tell him what to say and how to react, this, that.
Very odd for somebody that's polished, told what to say and how to act. How fucking retarded for 98%, 99% of the time. Trump's hardly ever fucking polished. And yet now, matter of fact, Richie from Boston's done videos about Trump's retardedness. But now he's got, I mean, you get the... I love this. This dude is so fucking easy. I can go back to doing the same thing with the same videos that you that know me. For years, I did videos on Richie from Boston, Marfugel, Carol from Never Lose Truth, the dude from High Impacts, and that bald-headed older dude from the Crow House that, remember, he came out of Australia during COVID and said, he over and over did videos saying, I had to flee Australia because the New World Order in Australia was going to arrest him and do some sort of shooting or something and blame him in order to declare martial law in Australia and take those that have their guns left. I mean, this dude's, if you don't know, I can't remember his name from the Crow House. He said this over. People believe that shit. These people make so much money. It's astonishing. But let's go. Okay, this will only afford a few more seconds, but let's hear Richie's version again of Trump's version of how all hell will break loose.
React, this, that, and the other thing. All hell will break loose. All hell will break loose. Well,
I'm sorry.
How would you break hell loose?
How would you do that?
Well, here's a good way to start. And speaking of the Vatican, using these coordinates, these are all the coordinates.
Okay, I paused and moved up. That you take those coordinates, you get this.
Symbol you get when you put a dot on each one of these quote-unquote portals.
We've all seen that with the Vatican and Rome, different countries, how Washington, D.C. is designed. Look, I get it. They have these monuments, they have all these other designs, the way streets are built and all this shit, according to symbols and anyway. But the Christians don't get it, and they don't care. Believe me, like I said, I came out of the Christian life. That fucking shit was hard to get out of your brain, being raised in a Christian household, that to fear God, you're going to go to hell if you don't behave, and instead of God is love, they use more God hating you and the devil's under your bed and all this shit. People don't get it. There's no devils and demons and angels. Therefore, regardless of what symbology and what any of these people in the New World Order want to build or anybody else, there is no power in it. They think there is, but there isn't. And there's those that know better. I guarantee you the higher ups of the New World Order agenda, they know there's no power in this shit, but this is how they get people underneath them to follow them. Just like the Christianity and other religions do the same thing. They use their God, the fear of their God, to control their people. It's the same fucking thing, just on a smaller scale of the New World Order agenda. But let's move on. Okay, skip forward just a little bit. He's going to now add in the Vatican and that symbol and Trump saying all raising hell to this.
I don't know what else to tell you. But here's another fun little fact. This place, CERN, the Large Hadron Collider, with their prominently displayed and never changed 666, literally just came out in the news and said they discovered magic. And I already told you about this, but this just happened in December of 2024. This
is what I was just saying. You read magic. How many people go look up, like I did, just Google, what the fuck does magic mean by CERN? I mean, come on, really?
Ago. But they have discovered magic. Okay.
Magic.
So you've got the Vatican claiming they're opening doors, one of them that's never been opened before, which is a prison. You've got the Vatican calling them portals. You've got the Vatican doing something totally unprecedented, never before seen ritual. Those are the words of the Vatican. Not me, not you, not anybody else. The Vatican. Never before done ritual, and it's a 25-year jubilee. Well, jubilees are 50 years, but on that, I'll digress. So you've got CERN discovering magic. You've got the Vatican opening these keys. You've got Trump telling them that all hell's going to break loose. And then the second 2025 starts, terror attack. Both people are tied to Fort.
Don't forget the terror attacks with vehicles have gone on long before this. Matter of fact, I did videos. Remember that one? I forget what city it was. That dude had that massive bomb in that RV. And there was an announcement coming out of the RV over a speaker, get away, you got 30 minutes before it blows up. The closest thing to it was a Verizon or a T-Mobile building, but that was kind of far away, so I can never figure out why he blew that bomb up there. But even that was, to me, that's the most legitimate bombing ever done, because Nichols, McVeigh, and 9/11, all that shit that the New World Order, the false flags, and the agenda behind that, something was up with that. Maybe he thought that thing was big enough he was going to fuck up the. I think it was Verizon. I'm trying to remember because I think it might have been Verizon because my mom had trouble with her phone at the time. It didn't. Anyway, and they didn't even blame that. They buried. Look how fast they buried that. Do you remember that the dude that had a massive bomb in the RV? They buried that as fast as they could. They didn't even blame that on lone wolf and right wing extremists and all that. Just astonishing. Oh, where the fuck was I? Let me pause. Okay, I have to bring this up again. He's talking about terror attack, the two truck bombers, the Tesla, and the guy that drove into the crowd in Louisiana.
Bragg, which does have a large contingent of psyops inside, but they're not the only one. And then we've got all sorts of different things going on. You've got 5 terrorists driving around near SpaceX looking to blow it up, which doesn't really make all too much sense. You've got a bunch of other things going on.
Why wouldn't it make sense for terrorists want to blow up SpaceX, even though we don't know what the fuck came of that? If there have been 5 fucking YouTubers on a joyride. And this is so important. I just mentioned on my last video, we will watch me, Richie from Boston, and every other person in the so-called truther world talk about how we've pissed off billions of people in every other country, and we understand why they want to come here and do something. And then when every time, without fail, somebody even that understands me, and we're all on the same program, we understand all this. Anybody point out one person that was actually supposedly belonged to a terrorist organization. Now, you get people like the truck dude in New Orleans. They say he supported Hamas, but I'm talking about people that supposedly from over there snuck over here. Like we get all these people coming across the border for years, and the government and our beloved truthers like Richie from Boston and everybody else keep telling us we have all these sleeper cells over here. Then where the fuck are these people from these sleeper cells? If the dude that did the New Orleans driving over at people who claimed he was not, it wasn't Hamas. What was it? I forget. Anyway, that was a perfect opportunity to say he not only was he a lone wolf or a right wing extremist, he was from a sleeper cell. Or the dude that blew up the Tesla in front of Trump building. What they didn't? He wasn't a lone wolf. He wasn't a right wing extremist. He wasn't part of a sleeper. Fucking bullshit. Oh, our beloved truthers jumped all over it when they came on mainstream media years back and saying there was 50 or 100 or 500 small backpack nuclear weapons that have been missing for 50 years. I mean, come on, give me a fucking break. We're all pawns, stupid, misled dumbasses. Let's pause here. Okay, let's continue on from there.
But it's nonstop, every day, all the time. But let me ask you, what would hell on earth look like, do you think? It might look something like this. This is straight from a subscriber from California, and I'm right down the road from this. You know what I'm saying?
Again, he's right down the road, but no videos, nothing to promote himself. Oh, he's fucking somewhere. I saw this on CNN. I'm sure it was on every channel. What the fuck is this dude or broad still doing in that fucking house? Give me Jesus Christ. And with a dog.
And it might look something like this, because one of my subscribers sent this morning. This is crazy. This is crazy. Angeles right now. Imagine you're in a house and it looks like this. But what does this have to do with? What does this have to do with CERN? What does this have to do with the Vatican? What does this have to do with magic?
Yeah, tell us.
Let me show you.
Show me.
So everybody's seen this mystery object by now.
Okay, I'm going to play this out because this is a big deal. He's talking about this mystery object. You can see it down. Oh, that's another big thing I want to point out. When you see a lot of these people's footage like this, it's the worst footage you can ever imagine seeing. But anyway, oh, where's my damn pen? I don't know what the fuck that is. There's supposedly a white streak going along here. He's going to show a couple of these, but let's go on. The worst fucking footage ever. I don't get it. Oh, like the video people did a few months back in that shopping mall where there was a shooting and there was the blur. Maybe there's footage worse than this one. Look at the demon that appeared. Let's go.
Flying straight through the smoke and the clouds, and some people are like, "Oh, that's firefighting. Those are smoke jumpers. They're firefighters." Dude, it is exactly what it looks like. That isn't an airplane or a helicopter or anything like that. That is an unknown entity flying through the sky.
It's an entity.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, Richie, come on, man. It's something, it's this, it's that, it's a wiffle ball bat. Well, guess what? It doesn't get better. It gets worse because these things are all over the place in California, and everybody's catching them on video, and they're being caught by video cameras like weather cameras, etc. These things are
everybody and their brother, and I don't know why he shows this kind of scene that I have to keep going because he shows a couple more.
Up everywhere.
Everywhere. I haven't seen one in
Watch
Colorado.
This little guy right here.
I've never seen one in all my years in Colorado. I haven't seen one I've been here in Washington State since April, but I get it, but let's go.
He's got a tail on him. He's pausing. He's flying, he's flying, he's flying. Comes down to the ground, apparently. These are all over the place. White and black entities frolicking in the wildfires.
Frolicking.
Apparently. You know what I'm saying? It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Watch this in slow motion. So you already saw the white one that everyone saw in the national news, but here's another one on the national news, and they continue.
Those are power lines
up
there.
Some of them are completely black. There's white and black entities flying throughout the absolute skies.
These are the videos they're showing here looking like shit. This isn't coming my phone here. Let's go on.
While these fires are raging on. It's crazy. It's crazy. But this is what you would expect to see when you have things like the Vatican. See it right there?
Oh, now I'm having a problem focusing.
What do you suppose that little fellow was?
Right down there. Let's keep
around. Do you understand?
Keep watching on this one.
This magnitude with the
come on, focus.
100-mile-an-hour winds. There ain't nothing living flying around up there. See it?
Come on, damn it. Focus.
Just flying around, taking lefts, taking rights, going up, going down, back, forth, upside down, doing whatever they want. Nothing to see here, folks. These things are all over.
Okay, I had to turn my phone sideways, but let's keep going.
Here, folks. These things are all over the place. There's another one. There's another one. Could they be drones? Maybe, but they're leaving a long tail behind them just like that. Just like they did in Israel, just like they did the other videos where myself and a couple of other channels were showing you this stuff. This is what happens when the Vatican opens portals. And this is what happens when CERN discovers...
Now, that one actually looks like something burning, blowing in the wind. What the others are, I can't they're not fucking entities. They're not... Give me a fucking break. And who knows if people fake it. That one looked like something burning, blowing in them. 100 mile... You can see the trees blowing.
Discovers magic. Because what is magic?
But it's magic.
Magic is an application of beliefs, rituals, or action.
Yeah, belief, rituals, or actions, not actual magic. Oh, I missed that. Hang on.
Employed in the belief that they can manipulate natural or supernatural beings and forces.
Oh, let's hear that from Richie again.
Or actions discovers magic. Because what is magic?
What is magic, Richie?
Magic is an application of beliefs, rituals, or actions employed in the belief that they can manipulate natural or supernatural beings and forces. It is a category...
In the belief, not reality, because he's going by, what the fuck is this, Wikipedia? Yeah, Wikipedia, in other words, AI nowadays. This is the belief. It doesn't say they can. Dipshit. I'm not sorry. No, I'm not sorry, but goddamn, I'm almost at 40 minutes. Pause here. I never thought about this before, but I Googled, and let's see what AI says. I just hit right there. What is the CERN symbol? The CERN symbol is the CERN logo, which is made up of the words CERN and interlaced rings. Represents the European Organization of Nuclear Research. Blah, blah, blah. Translates. Let's see this is what they say. Now we're Richie Friend, or what the truth is, who knows. The interlaced rings represent the accelerator chain and particle tracks. This current logo is a simplified version of the original design, which included a... Oops, I should have scrolled up. Oh, where the fuck was I? Oh, no, they were. Let me pause here. Oh, hang on, what's this? CERN also has a Shiva statue, which was gifted to the organization by India. Okay, blah, blah, blah. We get it. We get Shiva. People Christians that don't understand the Bible, I mean, there's mythology, mysticism, astrology, and oh my God. But anyway, I want to point out these 3 666s that these Christians have talked about for years. Okay, let's take the top one right there in front of us. They're all the same. There's your 6. Then why does a loop come out the bottom? Let's see, what does this one do? Comes up and goes out the bottom of that one. This one comes up, goes out the bottom of that one. This one goes, I mean, that's fucking retarded, but let's move on. I mean, enjoy it. Oh, look at Walmart. Remember they say Walmart says martial law? Well, you got to add letters and twist the letters around, and you got to go back. The New World Order would have named the last guy's name, God dang, Wally. I forgot the name of the original when they changed it to Walmart. But anyway, the Wall family or what. Let me pause here before I fucking sound even dumber. Okay, to clarify my dumbness, Walmart started with 62 with Sam Walton. That's where Walmart came from. I forget. Hang on, I'm going to pause here because I've read this before. Apparently here was even at one time Sam's Wholesome Club. I think that was supposed to say wholesome. Here's what I was looking for. The original stores in the Walmart chain were called Walton's 5 and 10 and Ben Franklin stores. Sam Walton and his brother Bud. Bud Bundy. Let me pause. Oh, I gotta show another. I gotta find some more screenshots. God damn, this video's long. Hold on. How would you like to live in that house back then, right next to that road with all that traffic going by day and night? I took that picture off my TV. I was watching an episode of Little House on the Prairie. Yes, I watched Little House on the Prairie, Happy Days, the Andy Griffith Show, but let's pause here. I got a comment. My sister and I went to do some house sitting at this house. They're friends of hers and now mine. They live. This is Chico Bay. It's an extended part of Puget Sound, but this area is called Chico Bay. Fucking beautiful house, beautiful property. We go there because they have a house. They have 2 cats. We have 2 cats. And they let their cats go in. They leave a window upstairs cracked open. The cats go in and out. And we can't let our kitten do that because it won't come back. But anyway, I was over there from the 25th till 2 days ago, and I couldn't position myself right with my cervical stenosis. They only have 2 love seats, and long story. Anyway, my sister's coming back tomorrow. But let's pause her. Oh, there's me. I took a selfie so you can see I was actually there. There's our kitten in that house. She's 6 months now, some horse shit like that. Anyway, she can't go out. That fucking cat won't even let us pet her unless she's like fucking, what the fuck they call it, feral? I mean, she's friendly, but she's just scared to death of us. Anyway, there's another picture of people going kayaking from a couple houses down. Fucking beautiful. But let's pause here. This might be the end. Oh, that same picture I took from Little House on the Prairie with the wagon going by the house was the same episode. There's Charles catching Mary's fiance cheating with the homewrecker. I'm out. See you later. Bye.